Hello guys and welcome to this tutorial. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about how to become a member of VATSIM and how to use the vPilot. So let's get started. So first of all, when you want to become a VATSIM member, you have to register yourself. Now as a pilot, you see a couple of drop boxes here. And then we go to the pilot drop box and we click on getting started. Now you see there are a couple of points here that you can go through, but first you click on this one and join the VATSIM, and then these are the documents that you have to read. Now please read them, because there is a lot of information that you need to know about VATSIM and how it works, the user agreement, code of conduct, privacy policy. So please read them, and when you're done with these documents, you will go to register. Now, as you can see, if you are new to VATSIM, please follow the instructions on the sign up page. Now, this is the sign up page, and after you read all the documents and the user agreements, click yes, and then you will fill in these boxes. You click on register me. And after you clicked on register me, VATSIM will give you an email or send you an email which includes your VATSIM ID and your VATSIM password, which you are going to use on the pilot client that you're going to use. Now let's talk about pilot clients. We head to the pilot's Dropbox again, and then we click on software. Now here you see a couple of pilot clients. For example, vPilot that I am using. It's specifically designed for Flight Simulator X and P3D only. As you can see, you have Squawk Box, you have FSIN, and you got the X Squawk Box, which is for X-Plane only. Now I am going to explain how this one works, vPilot. How to download it. Here's a quick link which you can click on, and then you go to the download. Now we see here the file, the download file, which you click on, and then of course you can save that. So after you installed vPilot and you chose your flight simulator, it will look like this. This is the vPilot shortcut, and these are the boxes that you can click on. Now first things first, let we go to settings, VATSIM ID, VATSIM password, your full name, and your closest airport to your home. This all speaks for itself. Fonts, audio, which also speaks for itself. The push to talk button. Now the push to talk button is the button you're going to contact the ATC with. Now when you are contacting the ATC, you have to push the button and hold the button down when you are talking. When you are done talking, you release the button, and that way you are sending your message to the ATC. Now further on we have a model matching. Now this is the configured simulator, which is for me P3D V4. Now I don't have AI traffic installed yet, so the model matching is of course just a default. Let's continue to performance. Well, it also speaks for itself, of course. The updates and the miscellaneous. Now let's start with planning a flight, which will happen here. Now we can type in, if you want, IFR, VFR. I choose this time for the IFR, so I'll give you just a quick example. The departure airport, which is Cairo International, and the destination airport is Amsterdam. The alternate is Brussels. And the departure time 1400 Zulu. The time en route 4 hours, and the fuel available is for 5 hours. Now the cruise speed, I don't usually mess with that, just keep it on the 450. And the cruise altitude. Now you are wondering how to get the route. Well, let me show you guys. I use Simbrief. Now Simbrief, as you can see, works with Navigraph, VATSIM and PA, I think. PA. When you want to use Simbrief, you create an account, which you can do here. After you created an account, you go to dispatch system, and then you will end up here. Now create a new flight. Let's create a new flight. So we are going from let's say Amsterdam to Cairo. Now the airframe, which is the type of aircraft you are flying with, I used a Boeing 747-400. Time en route. Now I know this is 4 hours because I flew it a couple of days ago. You have the departure runway, the arrival runway. Now when you want to make sure that you are using the right runway, you can use flight radar and search the airport, and then look for aircraft that are departing, and vice versa with the arrival, to find out which runway is active at the moment. Now this is the route, and this is what it's all about. And when Simbrief has given you this route, you can analyze it, and then it will pop up in your screen like this. Now sometimes it says because 18 right, then you have to go, for example, we take 36 left. Now you see that there is a Luni 1 Zulu, which is the Lunix 1 Zulu departure. But then after that you have to go to a depot. Now bear in mind that you have to go to the waypoint, which is also the star or the sit, as you wish. Now I know that for example Cairo doesn't have a specific arrival, so you go straight to Charlie Victor Oscar, which is this one, and after that you have to vector yourself into the runway that is active. So we analyze the route, and here we go. Your route is valid, and as you can see here, this is the departure, the route, and this is Charlie Victor Oscar, and these are the runways, of course, at Cairo. Now how to save this flight. We go to generate, and then we say yes, and then it's processing a little bit. Then after it has done its job, then you can see your cruise level, your alternate, which is your alternate, your cruise level, and your block fuel. And when you scroll down, you can also see your cost index and more information about the flight. And then we scroll down further, and then you see the format and the file name and the download. Now I'm using PMDG, but I'm also using ActiveSky 16. So when you are flying with a PMDG aircraft, you have to download this file, and when you are using ActiveSky, you also have to download this file. Now further on, we have to put in the route, which is here. So all you have to do is copy and paste, and then you are done. After you have entered all the boxes and the route, file the flight plan, and there you go. So let's connect the, or let's say how to connect vPilot. Now you click on the connect button and here you see recent aircraft, call sign, type code and SALCAL code. Now the SALCAL code is for absolutely remote areas, so I don't think you will use this code. But the call sign and the type code you are definitely going to use. So which call sign do I need to have? Now this is for example Martinair. When you're flying with Speedbird, you type in Bravo Alpha Whiskey 804. The type code, well, let's say we have an A320 for our flight. So basically it all speaks for itself. Now if you don't know the call sign, you can go to the VATSIM website, you go to pilots, file a flight plan, and then you will come out here. Now you choose a resource center and then you can scroll down. Here you see codes as an example, like this code for American Airlines. Now when you are using a airline which you don't know the code of, you can go to FlightAware and let's say Delta. Now you see that Delta uses DAL, so you can type in the vPilot DAL and then you for example 804. Now if you want to use like a 737-800, you type in Bravo 738. If you want to use a 737-900, you type in B739. For the Airbus, it's exactly the same. When you are using an Airbus A330-200, you type in A332. Now if you want to use a 300, you type in A333. Simple as that. So then it's time to start up your sim and also vPilot. Now we're going to the connect button and we type in KLM 752 for example. Now we are a Boeing 747-400, so that is correct, and the push connect. Now the mode Charlie and the ident. When you take off from a runway, you have to push this mode Charlie on. Now when the ATC or the delivery that you are going to contact has sent or given you a squawk code, you have to put it in this box right here. And when you are on the runway, all you have to do is click this button, and when you take off, you will have a radar contact, which the departure will give you. So now that we are connected to the VATSIM network, you can see here some sender frequencies, approach, and the tower frequency, and also the ADIS. Now first you need to know what the weather is like, so of course you're going to listen to the ADIS, which will be filled in here. So that is 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm not going to push that because otherwise this vPilot will disappear, but you get the idea. And after that you switch the tower, ask for clearance, and then you will contact approach after you depart out of your runway. So the flight plan, well, the flight plan Yeah, this was like a simple example, but when you're done with filing the flight plan, all you have to do is file the flight plan, and then the tower knows where you are going to go. So that is basically it. Now then, there is the question, of course, when there is no ATC, what to do? When there is no ATC, you tune in 122.8. You click on the arrow, which will activate that frequency, and then you can type in, for example, we are at Echo 5 here on Amsterdam. So we put in Amsterdam traffic. For example, push and start Echo 5. Now everything you do, including taxi, takeoff, line up and wait, takeoff, departing out of runway 24 via, mention the SID if you can. So departing out of runway 24 via, let's say, Leco 1 Sierra or something. So you have to put in like this. It's this is an example. So Amsterdam traffic out of runway 24 via Leco 1 Sierra. That's basically it. So every move you make, let other pilots know where you are or where you're going to. So yeah, make sure that everything that you do will be in the Unicom. So guys, this was the basic tutorial. I hope you all find it useful. And if you have questions, please let me know in the comments down below. If you like this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to stay tuned to my channel for some live stream flights, then hit that subscribe button. I hope you all have a nice day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.